Brothers, blessed day and welcome to Monday Mindset. Everyone thinks they know Santa, a harmless, happy old man with a sack of toys. But the real Santa, the original figure, he was born out of fear, darkness, death, and winter demons. He didn't come to bring joy, he came to take what wasn't protected. Tonight, I'm taking you 5,000 years back into the frozen shadow world where the winter visitor wasn't loved, he was survived. Before Christianity, before Odin, before the wild hunt, there were the ancient Arctic shamans, men who journeyed into the spirit world, draped in blood-red cloaks, carrying bone staffs and wearing antlers. They believed winter spirits tried to steal souls during the long nights, and these shamans entered homes through the smoke hole, not to bless the family, but to fight off what waited outside. They didn't carry gifts, they carried protection, and sometimes they carried the dead. But the tribes also feared another presence, a force darker than any shaman. They told their children a terrifying truth. If you wandered into the cold alone, you wouldn't come back. Something would take you. That belief spread across cultures and evolved into monsters we still echo today. The first shadow, Krampus, was approximately 5,000 years ago. In the Alpine regions, the winter taker became Krampus, a horned, hooved beast with a long, serpentine tongue. He didn't reward good behavior, he hunted the weak. He carried chains to drag men away. A basket on his back, not for presents, but for the ones he captured. He was said to sneak into bedrooms at night, paralyzing sleepers before carrying them into the snow. In some villages, men dressed as Krampus didn't hand out gifts, they broke into homes to terrorize the community into obedience. Santa wasn't alone, he had a monster to do the work he wouldn't. The second shadow, the Christmas cat. In Iceland, they feared the Yule cat, a massive glowing-eyed beast that stalked through winter storms. But it didn't hunt livestock, it hunted people. The legend said if you didn't work hard enough that year, if you didn't earn new clothes for winter, the Yule cat would break into your home, sniff around your bed, and if you failed its test, you were dragged outside and devoured in the snow. Santa rewarding good children? No. The original winter beings killed the lazy. The third shadow, the Yule Lads. Before they were softened into silly holiday mascots, the 13 Yule Lads were shape-shifting trolls who came one by one during the darkest days. They were known to harass, steal, kidnap, or terrorize families, each with their own method. One peered into bedroom windows at night. Another stole whole meals straight off the fire. Others stalked children, hiding under beds or inside closets. These weren't helpers, they were warnings. Winter is coming, be vigilant. The fourth shadow, the Draugr. In the Norse world, the dead didn't always stay buried. The Draugr, swollen, powerful undead, rose from the frozen ground to crush livestock, stalk travelers, and break into homes. They weren't driven by greed, envy, and unfinished business. One belief said if a man died afraid It'd rise again in winter. This idea fed into the early St. Nicholas legend, the idea that the winter visitor came from the land of the dead. The fifth shadow, Odin and the wild hunt. As cultures merged, these winter spirits fused with Odin, the one-eyed wanderer who rode the night sky, leading the wild hunt. People weren't excited for him to arrive. They barricaded their doors. Because if the hunt swept over your home, you could be taken, body or soul, dragged into the storm and lost forever. This was the blueprint the early Christian world rewrote to create St. Nicholas, then Father Christmas, then Santa Claus. The truth about Santa? The real Santa wasn't a symbol of generosity. He was a symbol of judgment, of fear, of the darkness that waits for men who are unfocused, undisciplined, or asleep at the wheel. He wasn't watching to reward the good. He was watching to punish the weak. And brothers, that is the message most men today never hear. Because winter isn't just a season. It's a metaphor for your inner life. Winter is your depression, your fear, your addictions, your self-sabotage, your old identity trying to drag you back into the cold. These ancient winter demons represented the part of you that wants to lay down, give up, or fall asleep to your purpose. Krampus is the temptation that pulls you backward. The Yule Cat is the consequence of laziness. The Draugr is the old version of you trying to rise again. The wild hunt is life's chaos waiting to drag you under. And this is where the Freedom Brotherhood rises. Because we do what those villagers couldn't. We face the darkness, we don't hide from it. We don't sugarcoat it with Coca-Cola, Santa stories. We stand together and share straight into the winter storm. The dark origins of Santa teach one truth. If you don't conquer your inner demons will conquer you. This week, I want you to name your Krampus. Identify the Yule Cat that stalks your discipline. Spot the Draugr of your old life rising from the grave. Call out the wild hunt of your chaos that threatens your focus. And then, stand against it, brothers. Stand strong. Stand united. Stand awake. This world doesn't need more men hiding from winter. It needs men who walk into the storm with fire in their chest. We are those men. We are the Freedom Brotherhood. And no winter spirit, ancient or modern, is going to drag us back into the cold. Blessed day, brothers. Walk into this week with your eyes open, your spirit sharp, and your fire burning hotter than any darkest night. Rise up, stand tall, and own your life, brothers.